Hello, come in. This is Antique Demonstrations, and I'm your host, Hammer Time Raj. Hey y'all, thank you for watching episode 13. We're having such a good time doing this, and I hope y'all enjoy this, but we got something real special right here. This is a food chopper, and this is 1850s, 1860s. You could probably say Civil War area. And it's a self-feeder. If you come over here and look, when you raise the cutter up, you see these knives that come up and feed it to go a little further and then chop it off. They come up and feed it, go a little further, and they chop it off. I mean, some man made this around 1860, made it himself for his wife to chop up food or to feed the chickens, whatever it may be for. But I just love it, and it works really, really good. Now I want to demonstrate here too, underneath it, how the knives work. If you look at them knives under there, you see how them knives work to bring, them sticks work to bring the knives up to feed it. I think that's genius. I really do. I think that's genius work. I love this thing. I bought it a long time ago because I liked it so good. And of course, I've never seen, I'd say this is one of a kind, homemade. But anyway, it's a really good little piece, and I'm gonna show you how it works here. I got me some celery here. I'm gonna show you how this thing works. You know, we gotta demonstrate stuff. It works with carrots, whatever you want to put in here, or they want to put in here. So let's lay this stuff in here. Come down there. See them knives pulling it along? That's the way it works. There she goes, folks. Ain't that a cool little piece? Like I say, this is 1850, 1860, Civil War era. If I was to sell this, I would want $400 to $500 for it because it was handmade. There ain't another one like it anywhere. It's not store-bought, it's handmade. It's a really primitive piece. Guess what? You ever seen one of these? It's a soap saver. A soap saver. You never heard of a soap saver? Well, this is 1800s as well. Today, you know, everybody's soap is liquid and everything. You just mash it out of a squeezer and take a bath with it and wash your dishes with it. But back in the old days, soap come in bars. It's bars of soap. And when it got down so small, when the soap got so small, they didn't want to waste it because soap was expensive. They didn't have money back then. And here's what they'd do. This is how it works. Slide that little ring back. Open it up. Look at here. Happen to have a little piece of soap. This is a piece of soap that was in this thing when I bought it 40 years ago. Still got it. Slide that little soap down in there like this. Close it up. Slide your little ring back over it to hold it closed. Slide it down in here in this bowl of water. Stir it up. You know, I can't believe this, but I think it's still soaping up after all these years I've had it. That's what they do, and they put it in their dishwasher and just really stir it around. Then they'd have enough soap to go ahead and wash the dishes and all that stuff. But that's what that is, a soap saver. Coolest thing you ever seen, but they're not very expensive. You could buy this, I'm gonna say $15, $20. You could buy one of these if you could find it. But I had to have it when I found it because I like odd stuff. What we got here is a rare little piece. It's called a safety pot. It's a safety pot. It's solid cast iron. And I'm telling you right now, the reason it's called safety is because this handle and this handle and this lid. Now, if you'll zoom in here, I'll show you these two cast iron little things sticking out right here. And what's that for? Keep the lid from falling. Lid comes out like that. Lid slides right back in there like this, right under these tabs, as you can see. Therefore, when you pour it out, the lid is not going to fall off. And the reason for that is, if you're boiling potatoes, carrots, whatever you're boiling in that thing, you can turn it up and pour it right out and get rid of the water off of it, and the lid will not fall off. It's called the safety pop. Now let's fill this baby up. Let's fill it up with water and get it boiling. We'll go from there. I'll show you how this thing works. All right, now we're gonna water in there. Put the lid on, put it on safety where it ain't gonna fall off. Then you carry it over to the stove and get it to boil. Follow me over here and we're gonna throw it on the stove and get her to boil. Got a good hot fire in here. And on here about iron, let's see what we got, y'all. Lord, look yonder, we ready to cook some taters. Let's take it over here and pour it out and see how it looks. All right, you got your taters boiled here, and you got to pour the water off of them. You don't want that lid to fall off, so here's how it works. Notice that lid ain't falling off, folks. You can pour every bit out of there, and them taters ain't going nowhere. You can turn it all the way up, and that lid won't come off. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this little piece right here was the Mac Daddy in the day. I love this thing. Now, I'm going to show you something else on here. I want you to see here why they called it safety. Safety is written right on the bottom here, if you can see it. Hope you can see that word safety. It's because the lid won't fall off and you can pour the water out. This baby right here, I'm just going to say, well, $400. $400. I can assure you it's $400 if you can find one. Check this little ticket out. You know, back in the 1800s, they cooked with cast iron. That's what they cook with now. Put a little bacon grease in there, blah, 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 you know, and you know, after so much cooking, you know, that stuff gets to sticking and stuff sticks in there, eggs sticks in there, and it's a sight for them back in the 1800s to clean it out. And another thing about this skillet, I don't know if y'all know what a smoke ring is, but this is a rare skillet because it has a smoke ring. And I'm going to tell you what this smoke ring is for. The old stoves were wood stoves, you know, and to make the fire, to make your skillet really hot, they'd take the eye out of the stove and set this skillet right down on the flame, but the smoke ring would lock any smoke from coming out of the bare fire up into the house. So you put that down there and your eye would be over here, and that thing would get hot immediately. So anyway, once you got your cooking done, now here's how they'd clean it up. Pour a little hot water in there. Oh yeah, that's good and hot. This is an amazing little trick. It's a pot scrubber made in 1893. If you look right here, it says patented. Can you see that where it says patented? Roll it over, and it's got 93 on it. That's 1893. These things are amazing. I love them. Here's what they'd do. They'd put it down in there. Now look at that. That's all metal. They'd put it down there and scrub it around. Now you know that's going to get them burnt eggs out of there and all that stuff, and bacon grease and all that stuff on the edges. I mean, that's a real tip. I don't know why people don't use them today for cooking with cast iron pots, but ain't that the sweetest little thing right there? I know the first day I seen that and seen the date on it, I had to have it. That little ticket right there is probably about $40 or $50. But they make them without the date on them. With the date on it, it's worth about $10, $15 more with the date on it. Thanks for watching Antique Demonstrations. And don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe.